Hello again. Today for math, we're going to be talking about some really big numbers like the number 1 million, but we're going to start with just one. And this is a base 10 block. Sometimes it's called a unit or a cube, or just a one is fine. And it's the basis for a lot of our counting strategies that we use in kindergarten. Now, if we took this and 9 more, I'm going to show you what that looks like. Here I'm holding 10 together. 10 together. It is the same as what we call a long. Long is pretty much equal to 10 ones or 10 cubes or 10 units, whatever you want to call them. And then if you wanted to go to the next level, which is 100, you would take this and 9 more of them. Let's see if I can hold this up for you without dropping it. There we go. I've got 10 of these side to side. And if you could see that more neatly, it would look like this, which we call a 100 or a flat, because it is flat. So we've got a 1, a 10, a 100. Now, some of you are thinking, I thought we were going to get to really big numbers today, and we are. So this is a 100, and this is 9 more 100 flats. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we're adding the 10th flat to that. So now this is 10 100s, and another word for that is 1,000. So this is worth 1,000 of these, which is kind of hard to imagine. So this is 1,000 of these. If you can imagine all the ones on the inside too, which you really have to imagine. It's not just the ones on the outside, it's the ones that are hidden on the inside. So this is a 1,000. I want to talk to you a little bit about the numbers for that. This is the number 1. The number 10 is a 2-digit number. The number 100 is a 3-digit number. And the number 1,000 is a 4-digit number. We haven't talked about that very much yet this year, and don't worry about it. You'll learn a lot more about these in the elementary program. And the 1,000 is the first number that uses a comma. They just help people to keep organized and to remember what the place value is. So this is 1, 10, 100, 1,000. Now, remember, this is 1,000. And I've got this grid back here to help you imagine what it would look like if we were going to have 10,000. So there would be one of these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So imagine a really big long, bigger than my arm. It's the same shape as this, but it's much bigger, made out of 10 of these. And then imagine taking 10 of those huge longs. We've got one long here, one huge long worth 10,000. And then we're gonna go all the way down this 100 chart, basically, which is what it is. And then if we had huge long, all the way up to 10, that would be 100,000. So that's 10 more than 10,000. And then this is where it gets kind of weird. You have to imagine that we're building toward the camera here. And so you can imagine this on the floor if you want. And this is one side of a cube. This whole piece of paper is just one side of a cube. And you're gonna lift that cube all the way to around here. So it is a cube that is standing. What I realized this because I had never measured one of these before. And when I took the time to measure it, I realized it doesn't really line up with the inches when we're trying to measure it in inches. But do you remember the other form of measurement? which is centimeters that they use in a lot of parts of the world. So this unit, or one, is 1 centimeter long, meaning that the long is 10 centimeters long. And so this is, what happens is the word centi means 100 or 100th, and a meter is the size of this piece of paper. It's about 3 feet long, a little bit more than 3 feet. And it occurred to me that exactly 1 meter cube shape. Imagine this standing nice and tall on the floor, like a big piece of furniture you could jump up on top of, like a big tall table. That would be 1 million of these. Now, are there numbers past 1 million? Of course there are. There's 10 million, 100 million, and this is called 1 billion. And 1 billion of these would fill, I think, most of the gym back at our school. So I don't know it exactly because I haven't measured the gym, but I'm trying to imagine a huge stack and a huge shape, mostly filling up that gym. Now, if you want to do an art project about the number 1 million, feel free to do it, but don't try to draw a million things. This is my version of a project. I decided to try to imagine a container that might hold 100 apples. And I had to make it much bigger than a house to show that it would be a really, really big container if it was able to hold 1 million apples. I hope you might choose to make a drawing about this math exploration, and I hope you have enjoyed learning about some really, really big numbers with me today. Bye.